What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we have a very special belated birthday to Magic Kingdom, number 53, and it's October 3rd, meaning the October, or I should say the pumpkin scavenger hunt in Epcot was released, and it is harder, or the hardest one that we have ever seen. Don't go anywhere because we're going to dive right into it. Before we do that, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps our channel out. And Mom, you just got back from having an amazing time at the parks. How was the
Mhm.
weather? Was it crowded? Was it not crowded? What's going on over there?
It was still pretty crowded. It wasn't as crowded as I've seen in the past, but your favorite rides are going to still be 55 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
At one point, Slinky Dog was 2 hours. So it's a good thing I didn't want to go on Slinky Dog.
That
But,
sounds absolutely
but other than
horrible.
that, the weather was great. There was no issues following Hurricane Helene. So it
Oh,
was good. It
good.
was good.
And now we
Yeah.
have a little, I don't know if you want to say tropical depression maybe coming, or a little, it's going to be wet on Sunday through, looks like Wednesday. Definitely the whole state of Florida is going to get hit by a little system. So if you are on your way to the parks, it might be a little wet for you, so bring your rain gear. But before we go any farther, or before you leave the channel, let's get into it, Mom. And
Yes.
we're going to start with our ride
Ride closures.
closures, right?
Yes, yes. And it's on one screen this time because there's only two, the
Love
same
it.
ones over and over again. Jungle Cruise is closed through October 17th. So again, it's just, 2 weeks away and you're going to be able to ride that again. And then Test Track doesn't open until 2025,
Jeez.
sometime in
Tell them to
2025.
hurry up.
Yeah, I think they're getting there. They're getting there. So the scavenger hunt this year is called Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit. And when you think about scavenger hunts, where do you usually find all of the hunts that you're looking for?
You always find them in the World Showcase.
Right, in the countries. Well, what threw us off, I went with your sister, what threw us off is it wasn't in the countries. It was actually in the general area as soon as you walk into the park.
Oh yeah,
So,
Journey into Imagination with Figment. So you see one in
yep.
Figment.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
Seas with Nemo and Friends. Okay.
So the sticker card costs $9.99. If you're an annual pass holder, you obviously will get your discount with that as well. So it was about $8.50. And they're hard. So if you haven't been there yet and you want to do it,
Oh,
close your eyes.
yep. Skip
But
ahead.
yeah, but really what we're going to do is we're just going to show you what the pumpkin looks like. Some of them you might be able to tell where exactly it is, but most of them you won't.
All right.
Okay. So Disney Traders, which is one of the stores that starts the World
Little
Showcase.
Olaf
Um,
there. Nice.
Little Olaf, up in his little sleigh. And then this is the Odyssey Pavilion where the Muppet Lab
Yep.
is.
Yep. Yep.
So there you're
Little
having
Goofy. Yeah.
Goofy sit up there. And then this was one of our hard ones because now with the chart that you're looking at, it gives you the general area. So this one said the Green Family Landing Playground. So we were assuming it was in the
So you're
playground,
thinking
and
in the
we
playground. Yeah.
spent I don't know how much time looking in the playground, and
What
it wasn't
number
in the
was
playground.
this? An earlier
Uh,
one or a later one?
this it was kind of like midway because
Okay. So you saw you had a
we
you.
didn't realize where it started
Okay.
until we were starting in Mexico. So
Got
we
you.
kind
So
of had
you
to
you
backtrack.
you did have some knowledge of where the other ones have been hidden. So you know it's a
Yes,
little bit harder than
yes,
the other ones. Okay.
exactly,
Nice.
exactly. So Test Track, even though it's closed, they do have a pumpkin sitting there, and that's Pluto.
Yep.
This one was hard, Guardians of the Galaxy. It isn't as hard in the picture, but in real life, the coloring and the shading was such that it was really hidden in that grassy area.
Well, I mean, it
And
is
who
a
is that?
tree. It's Gru.
It's Groot. Yep, really cool. Really cool. And then at the Connections Cafe, it's Minnie Mouse. This was hard because it was inside.
Nice.
So usually they're all outside. Now we're having to figure out if we can't find it outside, we better look inside.
Yep.
And then, of course, across the street is your Mickey Mouse.
I love this though because it makes you go across the whole park instead of just the World
Yes,
Showcase. So I really like that.
exactly. Exactly. And then
Dory.
the seas with Nemo and friends. You
Yep.
know, you've got your Dory right there. And then the
Joy.
land is joy.
The
Journey into the
Figment, of
imagination, of course, it
course.
has to be Figment.
Love that.
And swirled showcase. Now, again, you have to know your stores. You have to know your quick service food service.
Yeah.
So this was one of the food services on the edge, and that's Chippendale.
So this is definitely not for your first time going.
It will
Yeah,
take
take a
some
long
time.
time. Yeah.
It will take some time. And then at the port of entry, which is opposite of Disney Trader Store,
Yep. Is this supposed to be Daisy? Is that
that's
Daisy?
Daisy.
Yeah.
Yep, that's Daisy. And then these are what you could take home or quote win, but you're theoretically paying for it when you buy this sticker chart.
Yep.
5 different choices, and we opted to go for, of course, Stitch because Stitch is just so cute, and they aren't that big. Okay, they are the plastic ones. He's got cute blue ears,
Yeah, that's
and
cool. The other ones
and
didn't have anything like they were all black and whatnot, so that's cool.
right,
Yeah.
right. So, and it's not going to keep your water or juice or whatever cold, but it's cute.
It's a
It's cute nonetheless.
just a little gift or something
Little
to
token,
occupy your time, which is pretty cool. And I
right?
like how they
And
stamped complete on it just to make sure. It's cool.
well, so you don't turn it in again
Oh yeah,
because when you first purchase it, they will tell you. They sometimes will ask you, "Do you want the prize now?"
right.
Which tells you you're basically buying it.
Yeah, exactly.
But what some people do, especially if you're doing it with kids, they'll go ahead and get it at that time and kind of hide it on them so they don't have to worry about going back to one of 3 places to pick up the
Right.
prize
Or completing it.
or
So
complete it.
yeah.
Right. Okay. So there you have that. Now, this one I think is really cool.
Now we're
So,
talking about the birthday that just happened of Magic Kingdom on
Magic
October
Kingdom.
1st.
Okay. So these are the rides that were ready to go when people first walked through the
All
gates.
right, let's check it out here.
A description. So, what is the ride? It's a 10-minute scenic boat tour across Asia, Africa, and South America.
10-minute Asia. That's got to be Jungle Cruise.
I think you are right. So, that's Jungle Cruise.
Killed it.
Now, a lot of these descriptions are from the actual description in the brochures when the maps,
Okay.
the old fashioned paper maps that they hand out. Embark on a 20-minute, 1.5 mile scenic tour of the theme park.
Now this has to be the train.
Oh, how did you know that? How did you know that? But that's right. That's the train. It's made a few changes. Of course, it might not. It's probably not 1.5 miles now because they think they shorten it when Tron came in.
Yeah, probably. Or they
So
changed the track a little bit. Yeah.
change
So
the track. Yep. 60 feet tall and 90 feet wide walk through attraction based on a book.
Honey, I Shrunk the Audience Playground at
Nope.
MGM.
Nope. That would be Swiss Family Robinson
Oh
Treehouse.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That's an attraction.
It is. It said attraction in the description.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
Yes, it
It
did.
says identify the ride.
Yeah, and then what does it say? To
Walk through
walk through
attraction.
attraction.
But you
based on a
put
book.
identify the ride
All right,
on the
moving
top.
on. Moving on. It's enchanted by various Polynesian deities, giving it magical
This is
properties.
my fiance's favorite ride, the tiki 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 room.
In the tiki tiki tiki. So when it first opened, it was Tropical Serenade. Then it switched over to when Aladdin became popular.
Yeah,
Iago was
yeah.
actually the leader. And then it switched back to just pure tiki birds.
Yep.
So now it's called the Tiki Room. Okay. Identify the ride, an attraction housed within, I can't tell you where. It's meant to replicate a shootout in Tombstone.
A shootout. No idea. Yeah. Could this be the DVC Passholder Lounge now?
It will be Frontierland Shooting Arcade. So that's no longer there because, as you mentioned, it's going to be turned into a lounge. That hasn't happened yet.
Which because it was never getting used. I mean, let's be honest.
It wasn't.
The
Well, because
most
you
it
had to
was
pay for
the
it.
most it was getting used was at the very end when it was
Yep.
free, and we
Yes.
actually jumped on this,
We
and
did
it
it.
was really
It
fun.
was
I'm
fun.
not going to
But
lie.
but I'm going to tell you also the rifles are very heavy.
Yeah.
So the kids would have a hard time holding those
But
rifles.
it was fun when
It
it was
was
free.
fun.
I wish they
It
kept
was a
that
lot of
free.
fun.
Yeah.
I think I read there were like 81 targets in
Yeah, it
there.
was great.
A multimedia presentation and stage show that seeks to educate park goers on the formation of the U.S.
This has to be I forget.
Hall of Presidents.
That's not what I
Okay.
was thinking. What was the
No,
one that I was thinking? The one that goes around in a circle.
Carousel of
Carousel
Progress.
progress. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
Why is who is that standing up? Is that Biden standing up?
I have no idea. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, okay. It kind of looks like
You'd
Biden.
have to, it might
So is
be.
this a real? This is a recent picture. They still have this there?
Yes. Yes.
Where?
Yes.
That
Yes.
isn't it in Epcot though?
No, you're thinking of the other one. You're
The Hall of the
thinking you're
Presidents.
um there's two different ones. One's Hall of Presidents and I forget what the other one is.
All right. Well, we'll get
Yeah.
back to you because I think that
Yeah.
picture is from. I don't know.
No.
All right.
No. Okay, places riders inside a vehicle infested with 999 haunts. You only have 2 seconds.
The Haunted Mansion.
You got it. You got it. Built by the Philadelphia Toboggan Company, purchased by Disney from Olympic Park in Maplewood, New Jersey in 1965.
Now I feel like when you say toboggan, I feel like that's like Splash Mountain or something like
Uh-huh.
that. But
Yeah, but it's the carousel. It's the
carousel.
carousel.
Yeah.
The carousel. Very old.
Yeah.
Very old
Wow.
carousel. Go on a whim. This is your favorite ride. Go on a whimsical ride past a chorus of animatronic children from around the globe.
That they just changed because it was too. What do you say? Too racist or something like that? They moved the Indian
No.
boys, the little boys, didn't they? Oh, it's a
No.
small world. I was thinking it was Peter
I
Pan.
know it wasn't your real favorite
I thought
ride.
it was my real favorite ride.
I
Yeah,
just
this is
figured
what I was thinking
yeah.
of.
It seeks to take park goers through scenes of the 1953 film.
Yeah,
So
Peter
this was
Pan's
actually
flight,
based
which
on the
they
movie.
just changed a little bit because it was
Yep.
too discriminatory. Is that what you want to say?
No, they wanted to make it more cultural.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Okay.
Cultural friendly.
Yes. This ride opened without a roof, but with Florida's weather, they built one the following year.
But it's not enclosed. The teacups.
You got it. And I forget if I added it, but I did come across a picture of the teacups in the 70s, and it looks so strange
Yeah, yeah. I
without the
bet.
cover on it.
But very easy to put
So,
that up, and I'm sure it's very safe.
this ride saw hardly any changes until 2014, and then it expanded to two alternating rotating rides.
In the circus.
Yep.
Dumbo.
Dumbo. Dumbo,
Nice.
Dumbo. It is very nice, especially when they get crowded and they have
Yep, and they
lightning
have two
lanes.
different ones, yeah,
So lightning lanes can go to one side and you can keep moving.
for sure.
Without an age restriction, you race around a 2,260-foot track.
This is just the speedway.
Yep. Do you think that should go? Do you think it should be electric vehicles or
I,
maybe like why shouldn't they should have turned that into a Cars theme.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's
I mean,
it's
it's
a
a
classic.
classic.
It's a classic
It's a
ride, but
classic.
also it takes up so much space.
So
There's
much
always
space
such a line. Yeah,
and noise and it's hot.
yeah, it's
It's
very
one of the
hot.
hottest
Yeah,
rods in the summer.
they should just make it like golf carts or something.
Yeah.
That way it's covered.
So so here are the rest of the opening day rides. You have the Country Bear Jamboree, which
Nice.
obviously we still see,
It just got redone.
right? Mike Fink keel boats. Now
Hmm.
there's a reason why you don't remember it. You want to know why?
Because it only lasted a day before somebody
Yeah,
jumped off.
it closed before we were able to get there.
Yeah.
It closed in before you were born, 1977.
Okay.
So, Diamond Horseshoe Jamboree, we used to do that. That was a lot of
Yep.
fun with the show
That
and
was
the
great.
food.
Yeah.
Used to be like a sit down dinner, and they would bring you your whole dinner, and then it went up to be more of a self service
Yep.
type thing.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is now what, Mom?
Winnie the Pooh.
Yep.
So we went on that, and that was it was bouncy and jerky. Snow White's Scary Adventure, we did that one too.
Yeah. That's
The
not
old
us, though.
fashioned
Don't worry,
one.
everybody.
That
That's
is not
an
us.
illegal
That is
picture. I don't
not
know
us.
why we're using it.
Okay. And then I didn't remember this, but that's because it closed before we came down.
Is that
Mickey
the
Mouse
Philharmonic?
Preview. No.
It kind of looks like where the Philharmonic is now.
Wait a minute. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It is the home now of the Mickey's PhilharMagic.
Which, if you have not done it and you need a cool spot to be, it's
Yeah,
really enjoyable. It takes a long
it's
time.
fun.
It's a sit down. It's a sing along. It's not a sing along, but
Not a
it's a
sing-along.
show.
Yeah.
It's fun. It is really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, we've done.
Yep.
I mean, that was cool. And most of these things they had to get rid of because they didn't take a lot of people quickly.
Yeah.
And the whole thing was to get people through the park. And then the Skyway. I loved that
Yeah, that
Skyway.
was awesome. They
That
still
went from
have.
Fantasyland to
Yeah,
the
and
front
now
of
they
the park.
have the other different Skyway.
Well, that's not actually in the
I
park,
know.
though.
I know.
This one's in the park. So there you have it. You have the rides of the olden days, and you have the Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit,
Yeah.
which was a lot of fun.
Let
So,
us know if you have done the scavenger hunt. Let us know if you've done some of those older rides because
mhm.
we remember some of them. They're definitely old school and they were so fun to go
Now
on.
the Mike Fink keel boats. What I read about that is they had to train extensively because there's no track on them. They actually were steering them
Yeah.
themselves, and of course, it didn't take a lot of people.
Well, so did the
So
so does the well, they're closing it now, but what is the guys that take the boat over to the island?
the friendship things.
Oh,
Tom
yeah,
Sawyer.
Tom
Tom
Sawyer
Sawyer.
Island. Those are free running boats.
Yep.
Those are not on a track, so they need to. If you have guests, you got to steer it good. But
Right.
I mean,
Right.
so we thought the ferry was on a track, but now we know after hitting, pylons and everything that there's no track for a ferry. It's but
Oh
all
boy.
right, Mom, let's go ahead with your joke.
All right. How do you mend a pumpkin?
Oh, we're doing a pumpkin joke, huh? How do you
Yeah,
mend
well, it
a
was
pumpkin?
Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit
I don't know.
with a pumpkin patch.
You mend it with a pumpkin patch.
You get it?
Yes. I
What did
think
he?
it
You're
should
gonna
be.
laugh.
Well, it's funny. You could have done like, how do you fix a hole in a pumpkin with a pumpkin patch?
Do you know what the definition of mend is?
Oh yeah, there's more than just a hole. How do you fix?
How do you mend?
Yeah. Okay. Well,
You don't. Okay, if you got a hole in your shirt, you're not going to say, "Fix my shirt." You're going to say, "Could you please mend my?" Well, you wouldn't.
thank you.
What am I saying? All right, everybody. Hope you have a great weekend. Next week's going to be busy.
Yeah. Getting married next week,
Getting
everybody.
married
Let's
next
go.
weekend. Yep. If you want his Venmo account, let us know.
Oh boy.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be many tiring nights.
Yeah.
So
We'll try to get it. We'll try to get a
we'll
show
see
in
if we
next
can get
week.
one
Yeah.
in.
We'll
Yep.
sneak
Maybe you
one
can
in.
wear your tux or
Oh.
your suit.
Oh, maybe we'll just do a live from the wedding.
Oh, there you go. I'm sure your soon to be wife will appreciate
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah.
alrighty. So take care, and we'll see you when we see you. I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and this is the Mom and Son Show.